All right, so let's take a look. We're just going to go straight through. We're in Meta, so this is going to handle Facebook and Instagram depending on your type of ads that you want. But very simple, okay? Name this, we're going to be auction type, and we're going to go with an engagement campaign. Why is that? If you look at it, it's something that we want to get more people through Messenger, and we want to get more video views, right? We want to get more conversions, calls. It's good for all those things. Very simple. Scrolling down to budget then, I start most of the campaigns at $10 a day. You can get quite a bit done, especially on a local level at $10 a day. You don't have to put in a bunch when you first get started. You can scale this, okay? So don't just blow through your budget, because remember, Meta, their job to do is to spend your budget. So if you give them budget, they're going to spend it. Nothing else through there, so we're going to go ahead and click on next. Okay, so then again, ad set name, whatever you want, message destinations. Come on, here is we're going to go through Messenger, and then on Instagram, right, is where we want stuff to go. And the destinations, I just have one of my generic pages in here to show that example, but if you're connected, you will have your Instagram and your page both on there as far as those destinations. Okay, as far as budget and schedule, nothing on there. Again, I just leave that alone. Audience, now again, Advantage Plus, they're going to try and get you to do certain things with this to try and get you more business based on what your settings are, okay? So the Advantage stuff, I still come in and I go to my locations. Again, I set to St. Petersburg. Again, 10 miles. This is just the area I'm in, showing for this example. So you're going to set your radius around your office, and that's going to give you obviously more control in there. And you're still going to want to come in here and click on and set your age depending on what this is. Now, I deal with a lot of people with neuropathy, right? So this, you could even bump up to say, let's say 45. This number, though, as far as the top end, depends on whether you want to see people that have Medicare or not, okay? So if you keep this below that typical Medicare age, then you just don't have to deal with those. That is up to you. I don't care either way. If you are decent at your conversions, then possibly go ahead and bump that up. If you have a big enough audience anyway, maybe you don't deal with it. That is up to you. I have had success on the front end just changing this. Again, if your population is big enough, just changing this to women. Let's see what it did for our audience. So that still showed, again, my estimated audience, 86 to 100,000. So you could start there just with women, because these are usually in the health realm. They are the decision makers. So that's going to be up to you what you want to go with that. Placements, I just leave this alone, and you'll see why when we go on to the ad coming up next. Click on next. All right, so you got your ad set or your ad name. And then we're going to come down here. Again, here's your Facebook page that we got on this one. Here's the Instagram account. And then the ad setup. Single image or video. I'm going with a video. And if you look down here at the ad creative, I'm going to pull it over on this side. This is just a video of my son from like 4 or 5 years ago grabbing the Heisman Trophy for his 12U football team. But I'm going to give you a quick example of what you need to have in this video. You need to have a video testimonial. And if possible, you want it to be in this vertical, right? You want it to take up the entire phone. You're going to be looking at mobile first, if possible. If you have testimonials now that are not, and that's all you have, then use them. Do not make excuses. Done is all that matters. So you're going to have your video of the testimonial. I'm going to bring it over here in this white space, right? So this is going to be their testimonial of the video, and it doesn't really matter how long it is, okay? This is another person telling your story. Once that video is done, on the back end of that, that's going to be your 60-second elevator speech of why you are what you are, how you help people, what you use, whatever that is. If someone were to ask you, how do you help people with neuropathy? This is what you're going to tell them in that 60-second elevator speech, okay? And that is what you're going to be putting in for the video when you upload the media, okay? Going to come down, primary text. This is what you're going to do as far as trying to grab their attention. Again, it's going to be a short version of your elevator speech, and it's also going to have a call to action of send us a message so that we can connect. That's very important. I'll explain that. Headline, click the button to send your questions, and then it's going to call to action, send a message, okay? Here's what I want you to see as well. This says we turned on enhancements, does some BS, that's fine. It's going to tell you that over here in the ads, I think, that it's not going to fit certain sizes, so it won't show. Don't let them try and trick you into changing and editing and everything else. If it doesn't fit, I don't care. I just let it be, okay? So just let that be in there. Now, here's where why you want to go with what you do, and why most of the ads that I see that go to off-site, right, they cost more and they're less effective. When you click off of the site, Facebook, you leave that customer of Facebook's, they leave that site. They go to your website. They are going to charge you more, 5 to 10 times more or above that, to drive someone off of their site. Now, once they get to your website, so that's conversion number 1, right? Once they get to your website, now you have to convert them here to either sign up for your webinar or sign up for a consultation. And that's another thing. If you have them driving to a webinar, you have to convert there. You have to get them to your webinar, right? You have to get them to look at your emails. Then you have to get them to take your consultation, whatever it is. All right, too many conversion points. When you keep them on Facebook and through Messenger, their own property, they will reward you with much cheaper things. And what you can do then is you can start to build those relationships. These patients have been through a lot. They've tried a lot. They've been promised a lot. So for them to just go over here and do this consultation with you or anything else, those are too big of steps. But when they realize they can message you and they can ask you questions, whatever it is, that's a whole lot lower level. And you can take them from this top of the funnel down the funnel with relationships. Then here is where it comes to actually coming into your office. Okay, so that's what I set up. That's what I use. Definitely copy it. It's way more effective, way cheaper. Then you can end up spending more to get more, and it's going to go a lot more. Now, of course, from here, you're just going to click on publish. I am not, because this is just showing you what I'm doing. All right, if you got any questions on this, definitely let me know, and I'll get them answered for you.